And now for the Q&A.
Here's a question from Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
She says, "Hey, Ethan, since I gave up smoking, I'm so snacky all the time. I've heard
Yeah.
about this. I know it's stereotypical that you can gain weight when you quit smoking, and now I understand why. I'm not even hungry half the time. Any advice for how to get through this period of time? I hope that it goes away soon and I just become back to normal again, but so far, it's hard. Thank you."
Yeah, man, that's a
Hmm.
real that's a real one, Vanessa. I feel you. Um I don't know that I'm the perfect person to talk about this because I quit smoking for the last time uh 18 years ago, and I've pretty much been on nicotine in some form since then. Um and so, like, there were Nicorette lozenges, nicotine patches. Now I have something called On, and at one point my wife was like, we have to redo life insurance, and you can't have had nicotine for a long time, so you have to stop these lozenges. So I stopped. We did um, the life insurance test, blood work, all of that, and then apparently I was such a grump during all of that that she just like had them ready for me as we walked out of the doctor's office and handed them to me and said, "I would like my husband back. Please, here's some nicotine." Um, so yeah, it's tough. You could fuck around with chewing gum or toothpicks. Uh, there was a while where I always had a toothpick in my mouth, and I
Hmm.
would always be chewing on a toothpick. And then, I got sick of chewing on wooden toothpicks, so I would chew on a plastic toothpick. And my wife and kids all thought it was horrendous and uncouth and like an embarrassment that I always had this little piece of plastic in my mouth. I had worry beads that I would always be fidgeting with. Um, those have been the times that I've gotten off of them. But I will say that every time I get off nicotine, I'm not a nice person, and I feel like I'm a nice person in general, and I enjoy being a nice person and affable guy, and then when that goes away, and I can see my children slightly heartbroken that dad's not nice anymore, it sucks. So I don't know that I'm necessarily the right person. Like, as far as weight stuff goes, I would try to funnel my efforts and the need to constantly put and have something in my mouth into non-caloric vices.
Yeah.
You could chew enough gum and get some calories out of it, but it's like nothing compared to like snacking on M&Ms, right?
Yeah.
And then if you gotta be consuming, go with celery sticks. It's hard to gain weight eating celery sticks. um, that's my advice. I apologize for being imperfect. I'm still on nicotine. Uh, and if you find that you're also not a nice person without it, on nicotine pouches are pretty great.
Well, I think that's a good, honest answer. I think celery is always good. I one time would dip it in mustard, which my friends thought was crazy, but it was like something that has no calories. And it's like just
Sure.
satisfied that, that's like, oh, I just want to snack on stuff. So, best of luck to you, Vanessa. That is so understandable. And yeah, it's great and valiant to quit smoking. And thank you, Ethan, for your answer. And
Thank
thank
you.
you, everybody out there who sends us questions. You know what? We always have room for questions. You want Ethan to answer something? You're curious what he thinks? Email us. It's hello@americanglutton.net.
Right. The worst that can happen is I don't know. That's the worst that could happen.